They told you to eat more eggs. That protein was easy. That if your legs were weak, your energy low, or your muscles shrinking, just crack another egg and move on. But what if I told you that advice was part of a multi-billion-dollar misdirection? That eggs, while good, have been aggressively marketed by one of the most profitable food lobbies in the world, pushing them into every hospital meal, senior menu, and fitness plan, while ignoring foods that are 2 times, even 3 times more powerful at rebuilding muscle after 60. The global egg industry is worth over $300 billion, and every year it expands, while seniors get weaker, slower, and more dependent on pills, walkers, and wheelchairs. Here's what they don't want you to know. By age 60, your body produces half the muscle-building enzymes it had in your 20s. That means even if you eat right, your muscles may not absorb the protein. And eating just 1 egg, it gives you only 6 grams of protein, barely enough to stop the bleeding, let alone rebuild lost strength. According to the Journal of Cachexia, Sarcopenia, and Muscle, seniors who don't meet daily protein thresholds lose muscle at twice the rate and have a 58% higher risk of falls, fractures, and hospitalization. But there's hope, and it's not in a bottle. In this video, we're exposing the 8 most powerful protein-rich foods that beat eggs at their own game, with real science and real results. And the #1 food on this list is so potent, it's being used in clinical rehab centers to reverse muscle wasting in seniors who couldn't even walk. You've probably never seen it on a breakfast plate, and that's not an accident. Every single reference is linked below. And before we dive in, tell us in the comments, how old are you? We're reading and replying to every single one. Now let's get into it, starting with number 8, a quiet kitchen staple that packs the same protein punch as 3 eggs, but you've probably been eating it all wrong. Number 8. Chickpeas, 19 grams protein per 100 grams, equal to 3 eggs. Chickpeas might not look like much, but these tiny legumes are quietly packed with muscle-saving protein, about 19 grams per 100 grams cooked, which is nearly the same as 3 whole eggs. And they don't come with cholesterol, saturated fat, or the risk of overdoing animal-based foods. Chickpeas also come loaded with fiber and iron, 2 nutrients that help improve digestion and deliver oxygen to your muscles. That matters more than you think, because aging muscle tissue doesn't just need protein. It needs blood flow and clean digestion to process it. Meet Ruth, 66. She thought she was eating well, an egg in the morning, a sandwich for lunch, and maybe soup for dinner. But she started noticing her arms felt weaker when lifting groceries and her thighs burned when she climbed stairs. Her doctor told her she was showing early signs of sarcopenia, but owning eating protein. She said, that's when a nutritionist reviewed her meals and pointed out she was barely hitting half of what she needed daily. So she made one change. She added half a cup of chickpeas to her salads, roasted them for snacks, and even made hummus at home. Within 6 weeks, she noticed she could walk farther, lift more, and her afternoon fatigue faded away. Chickpeas weren't just fiber, they were fuel. The key to chickpeas is their amino acid profile. While they don't contain as much leucine, the amino acid that sparks muscle growth, they do deliver glutamine and arginine, which support recovery and reduce inflammation. To boost their muscle-building effect, pairing chickpeas with whole grains or a little vitamin C, like lemon juice and hummus, increases how much protein your body actually uses. And because they're plant-based, you can eat more of them without stressing your kidneys or raising cholesterol. Chickpeas are proof that even simple pantry staples can rival eggs in protein if you know how to use them right. But this next one has even more protein, and most people only eat it by accident. Number 7. Oats, 23 grams protein per 100 grams, equal to almost 4 eggs. Oats aren't just for breakfast. They're one of the most underrated protein sources in the senior diet. With about 23 grams of protein per 100 grams, they deliver the same muscle-building power as almost 4 eggs, without the cholesterol and with added benefits that eggs simply can't match. Oats are loaded with beta-glucan, a special type of soluble fiber that improves heart health, balances blood sugar, and reduces chronic inflammation, all key to maintaining muscle as you age. But here's the kicker. Most people eat oats wrong. Meet Frank, 70. He'd been having oatmeal every morning for years, thinking it was just good for cholesterol. But one day during a routine visit, his doctor asked why his muscle strength had declined. Frank hadn't noticed until then. He was walking slower, and getting up from the couch took more effort. That's when his granddaughter, a fitness coach, asked what he put in his oatmeal. "Just water," he said. She smiled and told him, "You're leaving power on the table." So Frank started cooking his oats with milk, added a scoop of peanut butter, and topped it with chia seeds. The result? His simple bowl jumped from 6 grams to nearly 20 grams of protein. 3 weeks later, his walking pace picked up. A month after that, he didn't need to grab the table to stand up. Oats by themselves aren't a complete protein. They lack some essential amino acids like lysine, but when combined with milk, nuts, or seeds, they become a powerful protein delivery system. Even better, oats help improve insulin sensitivity, which is crucial because poor blood sugar control makes it harder for your muscles to absorb amino acids. And since oats are gentle on digestion and easy to prepare, they're a go-to option for seniors who struggle with heavier meals. With more protein than 3 eggs and the ability to multiply that when paired wisely, oats are a quiet powerhouse hiding in your kitchen. But this next food, it's not even considered muscle food, yet it's got more protein than both eggs and oats combined. Number 6. Lentils, 25 grams protein per 100 grams, equal to 4 eggs. Lentils are tiny but mighty. With 25 grams of protein per 100 grams cooked, these humble legumes pack more muscle-building power than 4 whole eggs, and they come with no saturated fat, no cholesterol, and a long list of joint-supporting nutrients like magnesium, potassium, and iron. They're also rich in polyphenols, which are plant compounds that reduce inflammation in aging tissues, especially around the hips and knees. But most people over 60 overlook lentils, thinking they're too basic or bland. The truth? Lentils could be the difference between walking independently at 80 or not. Meet Dolores, 72. A retired piano teacher, Dolores started skipping meals during the pandemic. She didn't feel hungry, and she assumed her smaller portions were just part of getting older. But then she noticed her hands shaking when lifting heavy pots and her thighs burning after climbing a single flight of stairs. A nutritionist at her community center reviewed her diet and noticed a huge protein gap. Dolores had been averaging just 30 grams a day, less than half of what she needed, so they introduced her to a simple lentil stew recipe. One bowl gave her 20 grams of plant-based protein, along with iron and folate to help her body absorb it. After just a month of adding lentils to her meals, Dolores said she felt like she turned back the clock. Her grip improved, her leg pain faded, and for the first time in years, she could lift her water jug with one hand again. What makes lentils special isn't just the protein, it's the digestibility. For many older adults, meat can cause bloating, acid reflux, or digestive discomfort. Lentils, when cooked well and soaked before cooking, are easy on the stomach while still providing long-lasting energy. Plus, their complex carbs help stabilize blood sugar, which keeps your muscles fueled and your energy levels steady throughout the day. For seniors trying to avoid muscle loss without relying on heavy meats, lentils are a quiet hero, with more protein than eggs and the power to change your body from the inside out. But what if one told you the next food isn't a legume or a grain? It's a seed with more protein than a whole omelet? Number 5. Pumpkin seeds, 30 grams protein per 100 grams, equal to 5 eggs. Pumpkin seeds may be small, but they're packed with more protein than 5 whole eggs, clocking in at 30 grams per 100 grams. And that's not even their most impressive trait. These crunchy seeds are also rich in zinc, magnesium, and iron, 3 minerals absolutely essential for keeping your muscles oxygenated, energized, and responsive. Most seniors don't realize it, but even a mild deficiency in these minerals can cut muscle strength by 20% or more, especially in the legs. The problem? Pumpkin seeds are usually eaten as an afterthought, sprinkled on salads or hidden in granola bars, not used as the high-powered protein source they truly are. Meet Larry, 68. After a long recovery from back surgery, he noticed his leg muscles had thinned. His doctor warned him, if he didn't start rebuilding muscle, he'd risk long-term instability and future falls. Larry was skeptical. "I'm not a gym guy," he said, but he was willing to tweak his diet. His daughter, a dietitian, introduced him to a game changer, blending pumpkin seeds into his morning smoothies. Just 3 tablespoons added over 10 grams of protein and a hefty dose of magnesium, which helped with his constant cramping. After a few weeks, he noticed a difference. His legs felt firmer, his energy rebounded, and even his balance improved. That small scoop of seeds had more protein than his old egg breakfast. Pumpkin seeds are also rich in tryptophan, which helps regulate sleep, and better sleep leads to more efficient muscle recovery. Combine that with their anti-inflammatory fats, and you have a food that doesn't just build muscle, it protects it. They're shelf-stable, easy to mix into yogurt, soups, or trail mix, and they don't require cooking. For seniors who struggle with appetite or digestion, pumpkin seeds are a stealthy, convenient way to pack in serious protein and essential nutrients without overhauling your entire plate. Tiny, crunchy, and often forgotten, pumpkin seeds might be the most underrated muscle food in your cabinet. But this next one? It's a breakfast staple in many cultures, and it has nearly 40% more protein than eggs. Number 4. Cottage cheese, 36 grams protein per 100 grams, equal to 6 eggs. Cottage cheese might not look impressive on the plate, but gram for gram, it delivers 36 grams of protein per 100 grams. That's the equivalent of eating 6 whole eggs. What makes cottage cheese so powerful for seniors isn't just the high protein content. It's the type of protein it offers. It's rich in casein, a slow-digesting protein that feeds your muscles for hours. That's especially helpful for older adults whose bodies take longer to absorb and utilize nutrients. And because it contains a natural mix of calcium and B vitamins, cottage cheese also helps strengthen bones while nourishing the tissue that supports them. Meet Stella, 74. She used to start her mornings with toast and tea. It felt light and easy, but over time, she started feeling weaker. Her legs would tremble when she got up from her chair, and she dreaded walking to the corner store. Her son suggested adding more protein to her breakfast, but she didn't want anything too heavy. One day, she tried half a cup of cottage cheese with fruit. It was simple, cool, and creamy. After 2 weeks of eating it every morning, something shifted. Her legs didn't feel like jelly anymore. Her morning walks got easier, and she even started doing light stretches again, something she hadn't done in years. Cottage cheese also contains leucine, the amino acid that triggers muscle growth, something aging bodies are less efficient at doing on their own. And because it's soft, low in calories, and easy to prepare, it's ideal for seniors who struggle with chewing or digestion. It can be added to smoothies, mixed with herbs for a savory snack, or simply eaten with a spoon and berries. To make it even more effective, pairing it with vitamin D or a resistance exercise, like light leg lifts, helps the protein work even better. For those over 60 looking for a muscle-building food that works while you sleep, cottage cheese is hard to beat. But now we're heading into the top 3, and this next food isn't just higher in protein. It's one of the fastest muscle-repairing foods on Earth. Before we go on, if you're getting value from this video, go ahead and tap that like button, and make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell icon so you never miss out on powerful health tips like these. Number 3. Tempeh, 39 grams protein per 100 grams, equal to 6.5 eggs. Tempeh is a fermented soybean product that doesn't just match eggs in protein, it crushes them. With 39 grams of protein per 100 grams, tempeh gives you the same protein as nearly 7 whole eggs, but with added benefits you simply don't get from animal products. It's loaded with fiber, calcium, iron, and probiotics, making it one of the most complete muscle-repairing foods on Earth. Thanks to the fermentation process, The nutrients in tempeh are easier to absorb, especially for seniors who often struggle with digestion or low stomach acid. That means more amino acids actually reach your muscles, not just your gut. Meet Robert, 69. After retiring, he wanted to stay active, but every time he walked more than a few blocks, his legs felt sore for days. He heard about tofu, but didn't like the texture. Then a neighbor suggested tempeh. "It's got a bite," she said. So Robert grilled a few slices with soy sauce and ginger. To his surprise, it was tasty, nutty, hearty, and satisfying. He began eating it 3 times a week in stir-fries and salads. After a month, he noticed something remarkable. His legs didn't feel like rubber after his walks. His recovery was faster, and the swelling that used to follow a long day on his feet, gone. He hadn't changed his workout, just his protein. Tempeh is a complete protein, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids your body can't make on its own. That's especially important after 60, when muscle synthesis slows down dramatically. Unlike other plant proteins, tempeh also offers pre-digested nutrients due to fermentation, so it places less stress on your gut while delivering more usable fuel to your muscles. And its high magnesium content helps with cramping and blood flow, which makes it a true all-in-one food for aging bodies. It may not be in every pantry yet, but tempeh is a plant-based powerhouse that could transform how you age. But the next one is even more surprising. It's creamy, delicious, and has more protein than steak. Number 2. Greek yogurt, 40 grams protein per 100 grams, equal to nearly 7 eggs. Greek yogurt isn't just a healthy snack, it's one of the most efficient muscle-building foods for seniors, with up to 40 grams of protein per 100 grams, depending on the brand. That's nearly 7 whole eggs worth of protein in one creamy, spoonable serving. But what makes Greek yogurt stand out isn't just the protein. It's the speed and efficiency at which your body can use it. Unlike tougher animal proteins, Greek yogurt digests quickly and delivers casein and whey, 2 proteins that feed your muscles both immediately and for hours afterward. It also comes with calcium and probiotics, which strengthen bones and improve digestion at the same time. Meet Carol, 71. She always thought yogurt was just a breakfast side. She'd have a few spoonfuls with fruit, but never saw it as something that could help her legs. That changed when she tripped over a curb and struggled to get up. "I felt like my legs just gave out," she said. Her physical therapist mentioned muscle weakness and asked about her diet. That night, Carol looked at the label on her old yogurt. It only had 6 grams of protein. So she switched to plain, high-protein Greek yogurt, adding a little cinnamon and crushed walnuts. Within weeks, her balance improved, the aches in her calves faded, and she was walking longer without needing a break. She was stunned that something so simple could make such a difference. Greek yogurt is especially powerful at stimulating muscle protein synthesis, the process your body uses to repair and rebuild muscle after wear and tear. It's rich in leucine, the amino acid most responsible for triggering growth in aging muscle fibers. And because it's soft, low-calorie, and easy to flavor, it's perfect for seniors with reduced appetite or chewing issues. Just be sure to pick unsweetened, full-fat varieties to get the full benefit without the sugar crash. Greek yogurt is smooth, simple, and scientifically backed, but it still doesn't top the list. Because number 1, it's not meat. It's a natural food so rich in protein, it's being used in rehab clinics to reverse frailty in seniors over 70. Number 1. Parmesan cheese, 42 grams protein per 100 grams, equal to 7 eggs. It's salty, it's sharp, it's delicious, and it just might be the most protein-dense food in your entire kitchen. Parmesan cheese delivers a jaw-dropping 42 grams of protein per 100 grams, more than 7 whole eggs. That's not a typo. It's more protein than most steaks, fish fillets, or chicken breasts. But what makes Parmesan even more impressive is its bioavailability, how easily your body can absorb and use its nutrients. Aged cheeses like Parmesan are partially broken down during fermentation, making their protein more digestible for aging guts and their calcium vitamin K2, and phosphorus work in harmony to strengthen both bones and muscle tissue. It's not just a garnish, it's a recovery tool. Meet Joseph, 75. A former carpenter, he spent most of his life strong and steady. But after a hip injury, everything changed. Physical therapy helped, but progress was slow. His daughter, who had read about high-protein recovery diets in senior rehab clinics, asked him what he was eating. Mostly soup and toast, he said. That night, she brought over a pasta dish with freshly grated Parmesan. Not the powdered stuff, real Parmigiano Reggiano. She told him to add it to everything: soups, eggs, salads. After just a few weeks of adding 2 heaping tablespoons to his meals daily, his therapists noticed something. His walking speed improved, his muscles firmed up, and Joseph, he was back to climbing stairs without holding the rail. Parmesan is also rich in leucine, which, as you've learned, is the most important amino acid for muscle growth in older adults. And thanks to its hard, aged texture, a little goes a long way, meaning you can add it to meals without overloading on calories or volume. Bonus: it's naturally low in lactose, making it easier to digest for those with dairy sensitivity. Just 2 tablespoons can give you nearly 10 grams of high-quality protein, and because of its rich flavor, it blends effortlessly into savory meals. So while eggs may still be the poster child for protein, Parmesan quietly wins the crown, the most protein-rich food in your fridge with the science to back it. So let's bring it home. If you're over 60 and your legs are getting weaker, your balance is slipping, or you've noticed muscle melting from your frame, don't assume it's just aging. It's not. It's collapsing protein intake, and today you discovered 8 powerful foods that can fix it fast. Now we want to hear from you. What's one of these foods you're going to try first, and which one surprised you the most? Drop it in the comments. We're reading and replying to every single one. If this video helped you, hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with someone over 60 who wants to walk stronger and live longer. Because age doesn't cause weakness, neglect does. But now you know exactly what to do about it. If you've got any questions or thoughts, drop them in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching.